Howdy do. So, beginning of a lovely morning. I mean, Eggs Benedict would have been so much better. But I just had a fantastic sausage. You got to try that at Sevco. They have like this German sausage on the stick thing. It's like $2.79 or something. And it is so good when you can find it there because they sell them out really fast. And they cook them fresh right there. And then I got my big frozen coffee thing, or frozen cappuccino thing for $1.69. I got the giant today. I got the large yesterday because I said I'll never finish it like I always do. And then I was like out. And coffee's terrible for me because I'm real hyper to begin with. And you give me caffeine, dude, you can like hang me from the chandelier off the ceiling, okay? Yeah. So anyway, oh, it's a lovely day. In the neighborhood. Somebody dropped their road or something. Maybe. Right, construction truck. It's a little cool this morning. Might get warmer later. I love how these people want to do a left turn, but they like sit way over there and they can't get out of the way. And then I think they're going to do the big dodge thing. It's like, dude, step back. Step up to the plate. And then it's like 25 miles an hour through here, and everybody's like honking at you, screaming, and everything. It's like, there's 3 speed limit signs, 25. And trust me, there's sheriffs all over, and I know several of them. Personally, I have worked with one for like a year, side by side. And matter of fact, he's my manager. And didn't even know he was a sheriff till later. That's what was so funny. But he sported a nice uniform, even though he was only like 4 foot tall and real portly. And I was like, man, this guy is to the T in that uniform now. But anyway, so let's talk about shipping and handling on eBay. Now, I'm going to tell you, you guys, all you newbies, you think you know everything, and you don't. There's a little bit of history behind that shipping and handling mess on eBay. Now, back in 2000, okay, I got a best friend of mine. He was the second eBay account of all accounts that ever started on eBay. The second seller. Do you believe that? He's been on there longer than I have. I was thrown out, excommunicated. They sent me a camel in a tent and said, go bye-bye some years ago. And like me, my lockpicking self, I can find my way back in. Trust me, 150 different ways. There's like nothing that will stop me. So anyway, years ago on eBay, around the 2000s, you would go on there as a buyer, okay, and they would have stuff on there for 1 penny, like a freaking Nintendo. 1 penny, you know. And these people would be selling this stuff, and a lot of them were scammers. They would just take the money and run. And you know, eBay wouldn't do crap. You know, they scam like, you know, 200 buyers, and it would say like, you know, 400 available. That's where the audits come in nowadays too, in the Amazon and eBay. When these people say they have a whole bunch of something that's hard to believe, it's like, I have 1 million golden nuggets that I will sell dirt cheap in my inventory. Yeah, well, prove it. You know, Chris got busted for selling high-dollar tennis shoes that were like one-of-a-kind issues or something to players that apparently weren't supposed to be resold, and they asked him for proof of purchase, and he really couldn't do it. And he got slammed and forever excommunicated from eBay. But anyway, So a lot of these things came out through the years after all this Mickey Mouse mess. So you would go on there and you would see something really incredible, you know, and it would be for a penny or 99 cents and all that kind of stuff. And you go, damn, like I went on there one time and they had these Playboy pillows, which I knew they were legit. It was the same design. So I said, these got to be the real ones because I don't want any fake crap. And I won't support fake crap. My dad hooked me up with my Playboy authorization to sell Playboy items because of his business dealings with Hugh Hefner. Thank God to my daddy. And my dad never supported me. My dad didn't pay my way. My dad didn't hand stuff over to me all day long after I left home at 15 and a half. Right? He helped me at times with great advice for one, which was worth millions. And then, hooking me up with some business deals. So, I got to go over this, dive in over here and check on some things. Uh, the sales are coming. So this is what would happen. I saw these Playboy pillows. They were round. I'm gonna tell you exactly what they were. They were round, black and white, really cool pillows. I used to have one I carried in my car all the time, and then when my former husband's girlfriend got into my car and stole a bunch of stuff, when he stole my damn car and put it up on the lot where the forklift and a truck and some other crap around it, so I couldn't have my car. It was mine that I paid for. Uh, yeah. They were emptying stuff out of the damn car. And I had that pillow in the back seat. It looked really cool in my caddy. It was just the cutest thing. And anyway, so I said, damn, here's these pillows. And so I said, because I used to resell a lot of that because I'm an authorized seller for Playboy. And my buddy Wayne Webb's got a car like this, and I need this car right here. I need another one. Really, I do. I need another one. I think that's the newer version. He's got an old 80s one. I was looking at the back of this thing. I think that's the newer one. I think that's like the C7 or 6, something like that. I mean, I guess that's okay too. I had to research it a little bit. Yeah, he has like an old 80s one. It was broke for the longest time. They had stripped it, broke into it, something. He was telling me, and it was in the shop for like a year. And I said, do you want to sell that car? And I went in town to visit. I'm like, do you want to sell that car? Like, no, my wife won't let me. But it's in the shop, all like in pieces for a year. But anyway, so here's the thing. I go and I said, damn, there's like, here's the next big trick. Was they would put on there, there's only like 8 left, or something. And you're going, man, there's like millions of people, on eBay, and God, they're going to buy it in the next 22 seconds. This is back when they had live auctions and stuff. You could watch the countdown bidding on stuff in the auction and all that. And I don't know why they ever stopped that. Because that's what Whatnot is today. Now eBay's trying to start that crap up on their own, and they're dragging one sheet in the water there. But anyway, so I said, damn, the pillows were like, I don't know, some stupid thing like a penny each or 99 cents each or something. I'm looking at the pictures and reading the description. I'm like, yep, these are the real ones. They're not fakes. So I said, well, damn, I'm just going to order like 8 of them. So I immediately, select 8, hit the go button. And I'm like so happy. I'm like, yes, and it went through. And I'm doing this on the computer, So, so I'm doing some other stuff. So, like, I get sent a bill, and this is back when you could mail. You could mail a personal check, a money order, or pay with PayPal. They had all these weird options you could pay with back then, which they don't have today. Um, and so, uh, it sends me this bill, and the bill is like, $400, some stupidity, $180 or something. I'm like, what the heck? Did I punch the wrong thing in? I mean, I didn't order like 30 of these suckers. So but I had the money. I could back that. But I just didn't order that many. I didn't want to order a bunch of something that's the sell through is a little bit slow. I would sell every single one and make huge profit, but it's just like, I can't bring, a truckload of pillows with me to work. I dress entertainers. Okay. So I'm not bringing a hefty bag full of Playboy pillows. I'll bring one, maybe two. That's it. And they'll sell instantly. But anyway, so I'm like trying to figure out what's the deal. And I send message, and you could message back and forth with the seller. Obviously, dude was Oriental. And the bad part was, they never would tell you if they were really in the Orient or something. And it was really bad because when you'd order stuff, and if it was out of an Oriental seller, that first of all, they couldn't speak or type English very well. Two, they got mean in their answers to you. And three, it takes like a month to get it. And four, eBay would only let you leave feedback up to like 3 weeks after a purchase. So if you were pissed off, you couldn't leave feedback to warn other buyers. It took a month or 2 or 3 months to get, or it was garbage. And then they would always offer you, if you would leave feedback that was good, you get this email. If you would leave feedback that was good, or they send it in the package on a piece of paper. If you will leave us good feedback, we will ship you these gloves free, you know, uh, or give you $10 off on your next order. And that's against eBay policy too. You can't buy feedback. But yeah, they used to do crap like that. So it was really kind of a pain in the butt. And as long as eBay was making the money, they didn't give a damn. You could send all the messages you want. You could call them. It was just a mess. And so anyway, I messaged the seller and I said, I don't understand. I only ordered, this many of those pillows. And the guy replies like 4 hours later because obviously he's in the Orient. That's what I'm figuring out. Because their hours are different than ours. So it's like right now is in the middle of the night or something. So they're going to take hours before they actually reply. And so every time I talked to him, he never replied to certain hours. So I said, this guy's, in like Shenzhen, China. That's one of the number one worst places to order from. Shenzhen, China. It is really, really problematic. So anyway, we're going back and forth, and he's like, that's what you ordered. That's what you ordered. And then he sent me some damn breakdown of it and whatever, and I was like, now, I mean, I'm not gonna spend that kind of money. If that's what it is, then give me about half of it. And he was like mad and sent an email back and forth. And so what he was doing was, I jumped on that bandwagon. My mother warned me when I was like 6 years old. Nothing is free. Fair warning. Nothing is free. So beware. And if it's a gimmick, like we went to a car dealership and they promised a free Mickey Mouse watch if you test drove their car. My mother steps up to the plate and she's like, she test drove their car. She says, let's go do this. She was always a go-getter. Let's go do this. We're just driving by. And it was like, ooh, Mickey Mouse watch, Neither one of us ever had a Mickey Mouse watch. And so it's like mom is a hero. We go in there and the guys are trying to pick up on mom. She's a stone cold fox. Looks like Angie Dickinson, Marilyn Monroe, all in one. And like that girl that was stranded on that island with her family with the big long curly hair. It was real pretty too. She kind of looked like all three of those put together. And so The guys slobbered everywhere my mother stepped. She was very, very beautiful while she was married and when she wasn't married. Um, but anyway, she goes into the car dealership, asked to do the test drive on whatever, and then she says, "Okay, so what about this free Mickey Mouse watch?" And they're trying to sell her this car, and she's like, "What about this free Mickey Mouse watch that you promised my two girls?" Now we pulled up in a Jaguar, okay, so there was the first hint. Um, she didn't need another car. She loved that car, and so XKE convertible. And so anyway, she goes back and forth with these three salesman guys in suits, and she's like, "Now look, uh, that's what you state, and that's misrepresentation if you don't follow through. So I need, Mickey Mouse watch." And they're like, "Well, it's if you buy the car." And she said, "That's not what the ad says. If you test drive your car, you get a free Mickey Mouse watch." So thank you for the thumbs up. So my mother, she if you pissed her off, you played stupid. My mother uh would just, I mean, it would sound like a cat fight. Row, row, row. Okay. Um, my mother was, the 5'2", eyes of blue, and the total Playboy bunny. The big boobs, the whole thing. Great legs, beautiful woman, size 7 feet. You know, platinum blonde hair, absolutely breathtaking, elegant, classic female. And but if you pissed her off, she had that voice. Uh, and she would, oh my God, she would just rattle, boy. She'd be going, and this is wrong, and you are wrong, and this is just not right. You are not an honest individual, and da da. And she would go on and on like a whining cat. When the cats whine in a cat fight, meow, meow, and you just stand there and go, oh, and it's like we just stood there like, oh, they're trying to uh, fool my mother, you know, and she's not stupid. Okay, my mother's one of the top business women in the state of California. She made headlines in the newspaper over this a few times. Trust me, big things with a picture, the whole thing. Both my parents are very good in business, iconic business people. And so she's not just some stupid chick, not some stupid blonde, you know what I mean? So they go back and forth, back and forth. And I remember standing there and she says, "Now you owe me two Mickey Mouse watches, one for both of my kids." And they were like, "Now, lady, you have to buy the car." And remember, we pulled up in a Jaguar, brand new Jaguar, okay? And not Jaguar. My mother used to call it Jaguar. But it's Jaguar. It's a Jaguar. Okay. I don't care where you're from, it's a Jaguar. But anyway, so she throws her hissy fit back and forth, and these guys finally come off those two watches. And we were proud owners of, of a beautiful little Mickey Mouse watch with the red, band. And it was so cool where Mickey tells the time with like his hands, his little gloves. It was really rad. But anyway, so right there I learned that, nothing is free. People will scam you. And so you better watch in life because, um, that's just the way people will do. They try to bribe you for business and then they don't follow through. You're going to pay the price somewhere on the front end or the back end, somewhere or another. So, anyway, so I'm dealing with this guy over these Playboy pillows, and valuable, none, not sure, but so anyway, I'm like, God, maybe I need to get out of this um, thing that I committed to buying, like, I don't know, like 8 of those pillows or something. Um, Apparently the claim to fame was the shipping cost. So Apparently, this guy was billing a shipping cost. Okay, and this is before the combined shipping discount bullcrap. Um, of like $45 each. And I said, this guy isn't even in the United States because nobody's charging me $45 each. That's against federal law. You cannot overcharge the United States Postal Service. You could charge shipping and handling. Okay, that's your tape, your pin, your fees, your gas to go to the gas station, the box, your padding, all that stuff, the label, printer ink, all that good. That's all part of shipping and handling. I never understood that till I read it on somebody's website years ago. Going, what the hell are they going to charge me $12 for an $8 item to ship it on this website? But then when they broke it down, I was like, oh my. But if you order more than one, they would give you a break a little bit because they were just going to ship it in the same box. You know what I mean? So it made sense. I was like, oh, now I get it. So anyway, this guy was charging me, like $45, $50 for each pillow in shipping. Okay. And that's why the bill was so high. Even though I got them all for like, 99 cents or $4.99 or some bull crap, which these pillows back then retailed like $50, $60, $70, something like that back then in the 2000s. So, I knew I was going to make out like bacon, especially if I bought the market out. But anyway, because no one can get it because I have them all. It's sort of like those satin varsity jackets because I have them all to this day. No one has any more. I can charge whatever I want. And they buy it or they don't, I'll just keep them. They'll be more in value. But anyway, so I am going back and forth with this guy. I'm like, I'm not, I'm not going to make a profit on this at all, I'm thinking, because he's going to charge me for each pillow and it's in the hundreds. And so I'm at a negative. So I said, look, can you cancel the order? And it's like, oh, we'll give you a no pay mark. And after like 2 or 3 no pays on eBay as a buyer, they just close your account and block you. You can't buy nothing. And so like I'm going, oh my God. So we go back and forth. And finally, I think I just ordered the one. And that's probably the one that was in my Cadillac, now that I'm thinking about it. I think I just ordered the one and just did that. And just kind of wrote off the experience as a personal thing. And begged the guy to take the other ones off and not no pay me. So I learned to really read those ads on eBay before I bought, because the people would have that bullcrap thing. It's 99 cents or it's 1 penny. And then they would have $100 shipping. Okay. About 2003, I guess it was, something 2004. eBay started charging a seller for the price of the item and the shipping fees. Why? Because people were still doing that stupid crap of the item's 1 penny and the shipping is $100. Okay. And that's whether they were in the States or not. It didn't make a difference. It was a scam because they figured if they charged 1 penny for the item, then eBay is in the negative. They can't charge them like but 2 cents. And they could get a real expensive ad highlighted in a red box around it, all that stuff for another $1 and be at the top of the list and all that stuff. And people just buy the crap out of it. That's back when you could sell a used hairpin on eBay for $100. Okay. All day long. You go, what the hell? Who is buying a used hairpin for $100? It's not like they're so competitive today. eBay, there's so many sellers that market's so over flooded. It's like you're just sweating bullets to try to sell anything. So you hope to God you got something good. You hope you take really good pictures. You hope you have really good titles, and you hope you ship really fast, and you are really dirt honest in your ads. I learned that years ago. Be dirt honest. I had ads years ago that you would cry. They were so sad. You would go, oh my God, it's so terrible, so sad. And the stuff sold. But you know what? I got good ratings because it was honest. I was honest. Okay? Every little bitty thing, you know? I'm not a nitpicker, but other people are. If you point this crap out to them and be honest up front before they put that dollar bill out, they should know what they're buying. It's in writing. It's in pictures. There's your backup in case all else fails. The proof is in the pudding. But this was the next problem. So eBay decided, well, you know, we'll fix this because you send multiple letters to eBay and go, they're charging a penny for this and charging $100 shipping. They're charging, you know, 50 cents for this and charging $50 shipping. Okay. So eBay got wise to it and they said, you know, we know how to end it all. This is back when eBay was owned by PayPal and PayPal owned eBay, or I don't know how that goes. It's not like that anymore. eBay's now independent and PayPal is owned by Mark Cuban or somebody. I can't remember who's got PayPal now. But anyway, so they started it way back in the early 2000s where they would bill you as a seller a percentage of the sale price, whatever the item sells for, and then a percentage of the shipping price. So that way it was, and people still would list like that. And it was like, you know, and then after you get so many negatives on eBay, they would just shut your account down. They give you like 1 or 2 warnings. And then all of a sudden your account's closed. Boom. And you're calling them, emailing them, and you're waiting days and weeks to try to get an answer. And it's because of bad performance. You're pissing people off. They're tired of the complaints. You're not a good seller, you know, because you're doing something wrong. So, it's like this girl that's trying to hold a seminar for Christmas, and she's on YouTube. Won't mention any names, but it starts with D. And she is every vlog is like, sign up for my $300 one-day seminar. Hurry up. There's only so many spaces before Christmas. And it's like, I go look at her store and she's got so many negatives just in the past year alone, and they're all the same crap. There's something wrong with this picture. You think I want you to tell me how to sell on eBay? Do you think I appreciate you telling new people how to sell on eBay when you're a really bad example? And her stuff's like, you know, send an electric razor out and it's got like hair and skin flakes on it and it's dirty. And it's all the repeated same dirty stuff like that. Sent me this. It was nasty dirty. God damn, you didn't even take the time to clean it? You clean it. You clean this stuff, you brush it out, you sterilize it with alcohol, make it look like it's brand new, and then you ship it. You don't ship some used ganky stuff. That's like shipping a hairbrush with the hair and the dandruff in it. You don't do that. That's nasty poo-poo. What's wrong with you? I bet your house looks like that too. You don't clean the toilet. You don't freaking scour your sinks out, and you don't take the trash out every day. There's something wrong with you, man. Damn, are you trying to run a business or make people sick? But anyway, yeah, that's the one I want to sign up for a seminar with and learn how to sell on eBay. Because they're going to close her account. That's the one I'm going to learn from, by God. Yeah, buddy. So anyway, that's how eBay started doing that, where they tagged it on the front end, tagged it on the back end. That way they figured, well, okay, so now everybody will put the right price on there and the right shipping. Well, it's not always true. But it's better. You don't see a lot of that stupid crap anymore where it's 1 penny and $100 shipping. Okay? Because they're trying to put the cost price on the shipping thing. That's what they were trying to do years ago because eBay wouldn't tax you on it. Well, they do today. So when you complain about, oh, eBay charges me a percentage on the front end for what I sold it for, and then they also charge me on the shipping, well, that is exactly the reason why. Because people abused it. So ask questions before you assume. Do not make an ass out of you or me. Ask questions before you contradict. If you were so smart, you would own it. That's a fact. Okay? I saw this brand new YouTuber who's starting eBay, and he sold this item to make $4.90. Because, like a fool, he gets on there and put free shipping on there and did all kinds of crap, made it really cool price. But he doesn't understand. He didn't know about eBay fees. He didn't know about cost of shipping. He didn't know nothing to come down to make $4.90. And that's after, before he, his fuel and his supplies to pack it up and all that crap, and then take it to the post office. I mean, you're in the negative, dude. And if you sell anything under $10, you're making about 60 cents on eBay as a seller. So try to stay out of that 10 and under mess. Try to really get to 20 or 30 an item. You're going to make out so much better than playing that game. Take that little penny stuff and run it out for $1 out on Whatnot. Take it and pair it together to get rid of it. A fine example is a damn Victoria's Secret. Dude, I have scored and scored on some Victoria's Secret. I hate that garbage. Fredericks of Hollywood is so much better quality. Such a better garment. But there's so many of these young people that are like, oh, I love Victoria's Secret. That's all I wear. Well, you know what? It's garbage. It's overpriced garbage. Have you ever seen their duffel bags? They are so expensive. So, I said, oh, it's a nice piece of Victoria's Secret. Oh, yeah, here's some other. I got a bunch of it. Beautiful stuff. All different kinds of stuff. And hoodies and all that stuff. But you know what? About the only thing really sell out of that stuff is those bags that they make. But the clothes are sucky. I can't sell any of it. It doesn't move. And so, like today or tomorrow, I'm going to take some of it and pair it together, like sell 2 for 1 kind of thing. 2 Victoria's Secret shirts. So I could get rid of the crap. 1, they don't sell over $20. 2, might as well take 2 or 3 and pair them together and hit them for 20, 21 or $30 because you're not going to get any money out of them. And when you get below that $20 bill or especially that $10 bill, you are making $0.00. You're not making any money. There's a guy on YouTube that wears funny hats. I won't say any names. And he was selling albums, record albums, not 45s, a whole vinyl album, okay? It goes on a stereo, on hi-fi. He was selling for $4.97. And I hope he didn't put free shipping on there. You know how much money you're making at $4.97? Like 15 cents on eBay. Are you kidding? What on earth? What on earth? No. You've lost your mind. And this guy's like, I've sold on eBay for 20 years. Well, you've been 20 years of stupid. Because you don't have the common sense to do the figures. You're insane, wasting your time. Not to mention, the other day he says, well, I'm going to have to take that 15% I'm paying eBay and raise it to 17% promo feeds on all my ads. I'm seeing this now. And then and then the next vlog, I mentioned something constructive to him. Well, it pissed him off. He thought I was being just abusive. The next vlog comes up, and he decides he's going to show us all his sales for every single day. He's selling $400 to $600 a day. I'm like, God, that's a lot of money. But guess what? And he's all proud in this vlog. You can tell he's a little bit standing, like he's ready to fight kind of thing, And I knew it was definitely directed to me. And it was like, I'm still seeing this guy looking stupid. Look in the mirror. My first daughter's daddy, Silvio, he used to go look in the mirror. I said, what are you doing? He said, I'm looking to see if I'm looking stupid today. I'm like, what? He said, I'm looking in the mirror to see if I'm looking stupid today. And that was because somebody was treating him poorly. He said, I must be looking stupid. Let me check in the mirror. That's a fact. This guy, he is looking stupid because, and I hate to say that, stupid's a terrible word, but ignorant, uneducated. I mean, what do you say? This guy, I'm sitting here thinking, wow, that's a lot of money in sales, $400 and $600 a day, every single day. And then you add that up and you're going, damn. But guess what? Here's the problem. That's sales plus shipping, for one, on the day. That's the price of the item and the shipping. But, you know, now you got to minus out the shipping fees and supplies. But right off the top, without even going there, right off the top, okay? If you're selling $100 a day on eBay, okay, $100 in one day, you're paying house about 15.5% to eBay right off the top. You know, it's not free. You signed up for it. They're running the house. You have to pay the house. Okay? So that's the way it goes. Somebody said on their blog, I don't know why we have to pay eBay. It's like, well, then go open your own website. It's pretty simple. You don't like it, go open your own website. Go make your own app like my friend Elliot did, and he opened his own app on Luxury Live, and he does live shows on a telephone app. That's right. He was one of the top sellers on Whatnot, and he got pissed off and freaking he opened his own app. It's on there right now. It's called Luxury Live. I swear to God. He's out of Oklahoma. And so anyway, if you sell 100 a day, you're paying about 15.5% to the house to eBay. Now this guy just raised his promo to 17%. What on earth? I was like, do they even have it that high for 17%? Or you just force feed it? Because most everything's like, 9 and 11% if you want to get to the top of the listings. Right? On promoted listings. When you click on that, it'll tell you what the suggested promo is for that. And so anyway, most people just do 2%. You got to opt in for something, or you're going to be in bad shape. And so if this guy is just raised this thing to 17%, and this is an over 20-year seller, I'm like, is this guy for real? Is he like smoking way too much weed? Does he drink all the time, or is he just messed up in the head? What on earth? I mean, if you can't sell that crap, I mean, yeah, it's going to force it to the top. It's going to force it to sell. You could just about name any price you want. You want to pay 17% promo? Yeah, that son of a gun going to sell. But why not make better pictures and a better title and sell a better product? And if it's $4.97, come on. So say you sell $100 a day on eBay. That's shipping, handling, and your thing. They tell you, you got $100 sales today. Yeah, well, that's all the stuff included. Okay, so you pay 15.5% to the house, to eBay, to sell. You're going to pay another 17% on top of that, right? So you got like 33% that you're paying the house total. Now that's before you paid your own personal taxes. Okay, so you got about 34%. So if you sold $100 a day with the shipping handle and the item, okay, you got to figure that it comes together. They're not just telling you sold a $100 item plus shipping handling. No, you sold an item that totals $100 for the item and the shipping and handling combined. It's $100 sale. Okay. So you got that $100 sale. You're paying 33% to the house. So you're pocketing what, 65%, but you're not really pocketing because now you got to ship. Okay, and for the weight or whatever. So like what, the smallest amount you're going to pay in shipping is going to be $4. And you could be paying something as high as $20 to ship an item. And then you got to turn around and it, come April, you better have your payment into the IRS for your revenue. Now, really, how does that make sense? You are not making that $100 a day. So when this guy's saying, oh, I'm making $400 and $600. Look, here's my figures right here on the computer on eBay. I'm glad. But you stupid sucker, you friggin' are paying 17% to the house voluntarily, plus the about 15.5% to eBay. A lot of people don't get that promo listing thing. They think, oh, I'll just make it this. No, you still got to pay the other fee, the standard eBay fee, which is about 15.5% off the total sale, the shipping and the item price. So there you have it. So that is why eBay taxes you twice on your sell price and then your shipping. So next time, don't call it stupid, mean, or eBay's a ripoff until you know the facts in the background. I was there. I sold back then. I saw it. I purchased during that stupid mess. And yes, it has helped a lot where eBay started tax on both ends. I hate it. And then customers came in, oh, you're overcharging on shipping. Oh, my God. Well, no, you're not, because eBay going to tax me. You got to make it somewhere, You got to decide if you're going to add a few extra bucks to the item or if you're just going to add, a couple dollars to that shipping for shipping and handling, because eBay is going to take that couple dollars and leave you with the rest to ship with. And, And yeah, shipping is a tax deduction, but God, I can't go in the negative. If the item's going to cost, $6 or $8 to ship, and eBay takes $2 out of it right off the top, so now I'm in the negative for shipping it out. Customers don't understand what the deal is, And free shipping, that's a big no. Don't even begin with free shipping, because if you own the returns, guess what? You have to pay for the shipping back. You're paying the shipping out and you're paying the shipping back. That's right. Don't ever do that. You want to have a shipping price. That way the customer pays shipping to ship it back to you if they want to return it. Yeah, it's a dirty deal. And I don't like it either. I was pissed off years ago when eBay made that change too, where I ordered some shoes from a joker that said it was brand new. When I got them, they were used. And they had nicks and dings and they're all crapped out. And I'm like, damn it. And I went through hell to return those. I filed a big case and all that. It lasts like 4 weeks. And then they said, okay, you can return it with a tracking number, pack it, leave it in the original box and packing material that was shipped in. So we can, when we get it back, we can examine it and then we'll issue the refund. Dude. But I had to pay the shipping back. Cost me like $14. I'm like, are you kidding me? It was a $22 purchase. I should have just kept the shoes and gave them to somebody. But anyway, so there it is. That's the reason why. So don't call the kettle black when you don't know. Because that's a fact. Yep. That is exactly why. Hey, what's going on? I see you, Paranormal Gaming Wood. Hope you're doing great today. But yeah, that is why Uh, eBay is a lot of the way it is today. Um, so a lot of people don't realize they complain and they moan and they don't know they weren't there when we were there. Okay? 2000 is not so long ago to me. To these people that, were born in the 80s and the 90s and all that, that's like freaking, forever ago for them. Oh my gosh. I can't even imagine the year 2000. Um, but yeah, so that was, how it began, and that's why we were at where we are today. Was it an improvement? I say yes. It stopped a lot of that hocus pocus crap because there were so many people listing within the states and in the Orient going, it's a 1 penny item, it's 5 cents, it's 99 cents, and it could be the freaking, Leaning Tower pizza is 50 cents. But then, you had to go look at the fine print to see what the shipping cost was. You know, we only have 5 left, or we have 999 left. It stopped a lot of that Mickey Mouse mess. So the ads are a little better now. I mean, you do see some weird ads, and they'll have $25 shipping, and they're in the United States, and you're in the United States. It's like, really? Or they'll have um, $2 shipping for something costs $10.50 to ship it. So they're either not, they didn't get past kindergarten and can't add too good, or they just threw it on the front end of the cost of the item and go, well, I got it out of the trash or got it for a quarter, so I'm making money. Well, no, you're not. Get this stuff on board and a little more legit. I charge 2 fees for shipping. You get flat rate prices. One is El Cheapo, and 2 is priority. And guess what? I don't do any overnight. I don't do anything but United States Postal Service. And I'm not doing media mail. It takes a month for that customer to get it. If I ship it from here, guess where it goes? A media mail. I had one that went to an order in town here, right here. And do you know what they did with it? And I delivered it to the local post office because I knew it was going to ship in this town. Instead of putting it through Destin. Do you know? They shipped that sucker to Jack's. They shipped it to Jacksonville, Florida. Media mail. Then they turned around and shipped it to Picola. Okay, so that's another couple more weeks. And then they shipped it back to this post office here, and then shipped it out to the customer. It took like 4 weeks. I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? In the old days when you wanted to write somebody a letter, you could just like dump it in a mailbox, and it was local, and it went to them the very next day. Boom. It was out on the damn mail truck the next day. But not media mail. That's some hocus pocus crap. And now that they got so many rules with media mail, it's like you can't even ship magazines in media mail because they have ads in them. So they said that's illegal too now. I don't use media mail. Forget it. It's going to take too long. Forget it. I want good ratings. It's not real expensive. I just ship it. I use Pirate Ship. That's who I use. Because their tracking numbers never ever expire, or the ones at USPS do. I guess they reuse them or something and rotate them. I don't know. But Pirate Ship, they don't. It stays there forever and ever and ever. So if somebody files on you 6 months or a year later, which a lot of these sites are letting people do that, it's all right. You can research it. You just go right in Pirate Ship, and you can see the exact tracking, everything, and all that stuff, and you can use it for proof in your case if they file a case on it. So there you have it. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you learned something from this. And that's the whole reason behind why eBay is charging shipping taxes on us as sellers, and a taxes for our sale. So there you have it. I love you guys. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for hanging out. It's been a slice of heaven.